Hey, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about actually what we're going to be doing lifting wise. And today we are going to focus on our backs and our biceps. Why our back and our biceps? We lift 3 days a week. Day one, we lift back and we lift bicep. Why together? Why not back and shoulders? I'll tell you why. When you do any kind of back muscle, you are pulling. When you're working your upper back, you are pulling things. When you are pulling, you are working your biceps. See that movement? So when we are working our back, we are already working our biceps. Our biceps are engaged. In fact, you may notice that your biceps will start to give out before your back. Why? Your back is big and strong. Your back is huge. If you want to burn fat, pack it on the back. You can pack so much muscle onto your back. Hell, man, you're not going to be even looking at it really. It's not something that anyone's really going to notice. It's hard to get motivated to work your back. Everyone sees your bicep. Everyone sees your shoulders. Ladies, constant reminder, you're not going to get a masculine looking body if that's what you're worried about. If you're thinking about that, that's not going to happen, because those women that you see in fitness magazines, they are doing outrageous things to get there, including a lot of them are using anabolic steroids. I'd say most of them are. What you're doing is you're going to put a thin layer of rock hard muscle over your entire body. When it's not flexed, you are going to look just as feminine as you always have. When it is flexed, you are just going to look strong, beautiful, and sexy. You are never going to look like, you know, some muscular guy or a woman who is, unless you want that, a woman who's competing in bodybuilding competition. Unless you want that, you can do that. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about getting fit. I'm the fitness fatty. I'm going from being fat to being fit right before your eyes. I'm doing this so you can see how it's done and that you can believe that it can be done. So what we're talking about is fitness. We're talking about fitness. So this kind of bodybuilding we're doing is about building the body we want and about being fit. And the primary reason to put on muscle is because muscle burns off our fat. It requires calories just to have muscle. Think about it. You're sitting at your job or watching TV. You're asleep. You're still burning calories for that pound of muscle you put on. You put on 5 pounds. You put on 10 pounds of muscle. You have got a fat furnace burning all of that off every day. It is a wonderful thing. Imagine you're on the treadmill when you're not on the treadmill. You can only do so much through cardio, but if you want true fitness, you must resistance train, and you must train to failure. What does that mean? It means we are going to push the weight, or in this case, pull the weights until we can't do it anymore. We're not just counting to 10. I'm going to give you some parameters. These are very important. I'll remind you of these often. Here are the parameters. When I put on weight onto a, we'll say for this case, we're doing a row. So say I'm sitting down, I'm doing a seated row. Here's the parameters. If I can't make it to do 6 of those, then I've got too much weight. But if I can go over 10, I don't have enough weight. So let's just say, okay, you can write all this stuff down and put it in a little logbook if that helps motivate you. Anything that helps motivate you is beautiful and wonderful and good. Okay, so anyway, say I put on 70 pounds on my row, and I go and I get in there and I'm like, man, this is just too easy. I could do this all day. And then I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more. Let's put on 120. Maybe I went too far and I'm trying to move it and I can't use good form and I can't even make it to 6. Drop it. Find the weight which you can move past 6, but you struggle to get to 10. That's the weight you're trying to move. Because on that last one, we want to barely be able to move it. We want to fail. We want to break that muscle down and make it bigger and stronger. And that way when we're resting and we're taking in our protein and we're sleeping and everything, that muscle is repairing itself, because a week from that day, we're going to be hitting that muscle again after it's had plenty of time to heal itself. So, back and biceps. Okay, we're pulling. here's some basic exercises we can do. Things you have at the gym, things you may have at your home. Pull downs. You know, you reach up, you grab the bar, you figure out a good weight for you, you pull down. Now when you get there, you should be like crushing a tennis ball between your back muscles. They should be pulled together. Your shoulder blades should be imagining there's like a tennis ball there you're crushing. If you have a workout partner, have them put that fist right in there. Touch their fist with your shoulder blades on either side of it. That's how you know that you are engaging your back. Burn up the back. And you'll notice your biceps will start to burn probably because you're working them too. Okay, you can come on this pull down, you can come in front of your head, or you can go lean forward and do behind. What's the difference? Not much. The difference is, you know what? Sometimes it keeps it exciting just to mix it up. What else we got? Well, we've got, as I mentioned, you know, sit down and row like a rowing machine. Same thing, crush it. Crush that imaginary tennis ball. Do it. Go to failure. How many sets are we going to do? Do 4. Do 4. You can do 3, you can do 5. If you're feeling crazy one day, you can do more. But just move around. Just going to wear it out. I'm going to wear it out. It's going to feel so good. It feels so good when your back's just worn out and you're just like, oh, yeah, I just want to sit down and relax. You've earned it. You know what? Okay, now, what else? What else we got for back? You know, I love what I like to call starting a lawnmower. So when you grab a barbell, you lean forward on the bench, and then you reach down, you put it on the ground, and you pull it up. Let it touch back towards the ground, you pull it up. And then you go to the other side. And you do it. It's like, I'm starting a lawnmower. Okay, and then what else do we got as far as back? We talked about doing like upright rows. And now if you really, really want to nail it, grab the heaviest weight you can, lean forward a little bit, and shrug. And hold it up there for 1 second, then drop it. And shrug and hold it up. You'll feel that hitting your back. Those are all back muscles. Now we're going to do biceps on the same day. Here's the good news. We're going to do 70-80% back, 20 to 30% biceps. Because when we're working the back, we're wearing out the biceps. Then we're going to grab real simple stuff you got. You just grab you grab a barbell, you grab a dumbbell, whatever you have access to. And guess what you do? You just curl it. You bring it up, you go down slow, and you bring it in. Now, I'm going to back up a little bit so I can show you some variations. If we're using dumbbells, we can go out to the side sometimes. Why? Well, they say it hits at a slightly different angle. If nothing else, it's a little harder to do. Sometimes I like to start out like this, and then when it starts to wear out, I bring my arms in and come up. And when I can't do those anymore, I turn them over and I hammer curl. Because for me, I can do a little bit more with the hammer curl than I can with the straight. So go out wide, go straight, go here. There's a bunch of different variations. I know people that'll do them in front like this, and that's fine too. Why not? Why not? You know, you're going to be doing thousands of these over months. Just go ahead. Be like, hey, I'm going to do 1 set like this, 1 set like this, 1 set like this, and 1 set, one arm, and then the other arm. Why not? Why not? They're preacher curls, you know, when you lean over the thing. Why is that designed? It's just to keep you from using your back. People say don't use your back. You know what? Use your back a little bit. One of those last ones, they say it's bad form. Get it done. When you're on that last one, you can't get it, and you have to go like that a little bit. It's okay. Don't mess your back up. But it's okay to use a little bit to get it up there. And then always make sure you go down slow and control the weight. If you have a spotter, which I strongly encourage to get a friend to go to the gym with you. Call up a friend, anybody who you know, because you guys will hold each other accountable. We'll talk more about that in another session. If you have a spotter, have them, when you can't get it up anymore, have them put their hand in there and just kind of lift it up for you a little bit more. And then you get it up there, and then you fight it down. Come on, you can do one more. You got it. You got it. One more. Breathe in when it's on the way down, and breathe out when you lift. Your breath is everything. Do not hold your breath. If you hold your breath, you will not be able to use maximum strength. And another thing, if you can talk when you're lifting, you are not lifting heavy enough. I tell this to Carrie all the time. She's like, it's so heavy. I'm like, you can go higher. Imagine the nightmare of having to be in the gym with the fitness fatty, dealing with this crap every day. Hey, work your back. Work your biceps. Work them together. Put some beautiful lean muscle on that, because we're going to get rid of all this fat. Feeling good. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.